That's actually a lot stronger than I thought. Then again, the wikis and, well, various videos I found said it was really bleh, it was a really hard fight to begin with. So I'll actually, if I can fight Fishron up here and it's not restricted to the ocean, I think I might be able to fight it, but I need to check first. You know what? Maybe I do need to fight at the ocean because it was rushing a lot then. So... Okay, I see now. What the fuck is going on? But what is going on? Okay. I caved. So throughout this series, you would notice that whenever I fight a boss fight, I only eat like a pumpkin pie or something like that, right? Just, you know, a minor buff for the fight. And I haven't used a single buff potion, aside from that time where I use a trap potion to find traps in the temple. And the reason why I haven't used any potions so far is because making potions is a pain in the ass. That's just my opinion. Because you gotta like find all the ingredients, then you make the potion, and etc, etc. And if you lose the fight, you just wasted your time. But this is one of those desperate situations where I'm actually gonna use potions again. So I'll be using a Thorns potion, Swiftness potion, Iron Skin potion, Endurance potion, Hot Dog, Regeneration potion, and Life Force potion. And if there's any other potion that I could use, I don't have it because I don't have the ingredients for it, or I just don't have it in my chest to begin with. So I'll be using all this stuff for this fight. Yeah, no, I don't have the slightest idea on how you fight this thing. No, I straight up don't understand this fight. It's teleportation, ain't it? But how do I dodge it? This is the worst fucking boss fight I've ever did in this entire game. If you hear some rumbling, that's because I'm moving the mic. I had to move the mic away so I can actually see the fucking screen. It doesn't matter if I beat it, I still consider it to be the worst fight in the entire game. Oh, there it is. So the next boss fight I want to do is... The way how you spawn is you're supposed to kill a creature called the Prismatic Lacewing. I am trying to find it. There it is. Oh, it's Toho! You know what? I'm not even mad. That was actually the coolest thing I've ever seen. But I don't think my arena is gonna be able to fight that. Alright, so I did a little bit of research and background stuff because, you know, I need to look up how the boss works. As in, like, spawning. Like, I don't know how it fights at all, but I don't want to waste my time trying to understand how to make it spawn normally and consistently. So I did research on that. In addition, I did some background stuff, and this is what I've come to. So as you would notice, I have not been using melee stuff at all since pre-hard mode. And that is because, in my personal opinion, melee is the worst damage type in the game. In my opinion. It's because you gotta get so close to the enemy to even deal damage. And considering how fast I die from everything, I don't see melee being worth it. But this will be the one time I will be using melee for anything. So I made an entirely different loadout for the upcoming fight. Here's my accessories. Feel free to read what they do. Each and every single one of them has warding, so that means I got even more defense. And I'll be wearing the defensive beetle armor. Oh, and I also got the frozen turtle shell. So now I have a grand total of 109 defense. So I am stupidly tanky. In addition, for the fight, I will be using the vampire knives, and I also gave it like a reforge to make it godly. So as I mentioned, if I hit something, I will heal from it. So now I am stupidly tanky because the beetle armor gives me a set bonus where the beetles will protect me from damage, aka a 45% reduction for the first hit, then 30 and 15 for the consecutive hits, I think. So I am now unbelievably tanky, but it doesn't mean I'm strong. I'm still weak as crap. And finally, the next thing I want to talk about is how to spawn the Empress of Light. I showed it last time, but there's actually more information on it. So as you can see, I've caught 13 of these things. They can be caught because, you know, they're insects. Just use a net, normal net, catch them when you see them. Alright, so the requisite to spawning the prismatic lacewing is 1. You need to be in a hollow biome. The second requisite is that it needs to be between 7:30 p.m. and midnight. And during that time, they should spawn. However, Here's a weird thing about this item. They count as an enemy. So that means anything that reduces enemy spawn, such as the peace candle and the sunflowers, you need to remove. Then you need to put down a blue candle, which will increase enemy spawn. And you need to use a, what's it called? Flesh knuckle, which will increase the enemy spawn even further. And then you just sit there and wait until they spawn. Thankfully, I have an item that helps me to tell me whether they spawn or not. Right here, the rare creatures thingy. So it will tell me if the thing is spawned or not. I'm sorry, I'm very sorry if I'm starting to sound like rough because I've been talking for so long. Jesus Christ. It's probably like 20 minutes in already. So yeah, my next goal will be actually checking out the Empress of Light's moves, because as I said, I've never fought it before. I haven't seen any videos of it before, and I need to learn how it fights before I can decide whether or not I can beat it or not. Also, I figured something out cool. So look at the time going down, right? That's pretty normal. I found out that if you have a bed and you go to sleep, the time goes by much quicker. So this is gonna be useful. Okay, it is 7:30, which counts as night. I will take out the lacewing. That's the thing about it, I don't know how you release it. Oh, there you go. I won't lie, this is the coolest fight I've ever seen. Am I cheesing this? I feel like I'm cheesing it a little too hard. I have too much defensive stuff. Oh, second phase. This is so cool! Alright, I may have cheesed it a little too hard. But man, that was the coolest fight I've ever seen. So putting aside my defense and my defensive stuff, I'm not sure if I can actually beat it. Like normally. Okay. Light Empress down. Now there's only 2 more bosses. A mid-boss and the final boss. And after that, I've beaten the game. I'm gonna fight the boss a little more because there is something I want, because I saw it when I was looking at what I need to do to summon the boss. So once I get that item, I think I should be good for the final, well, actually not final fight, the second to last fight. Oh my god. Alright, time to show off what I got from the Empress. The first are the wings, and I'm pretty sure this is like the best wings you can get at this moment. And honestly, I love it. I love colorful things, so I love this thing. Then there's this sword. It is crazy. I made a dummy target so I can show off what it does. So it thrusts a lot. That is so cool. Okay. Next is... oh, this one. This makes it so that you can infinitely fly forever, basically. And if you... wait, what was it? Oh, wait. That was the Empress Wing does. So, another thing about the Empress Wings is that if you hold up while flying, you go extra fast. So this is how fast I go normally. Yep, that's pretty normal. But if I hold up, I shoot up. It's so cool. So yeah, there's infinite flying, amazing wings, the pokey stick. Next is the bow. It is... everything about this boss is amazing. Let's see. Here's some arrows, and I'm gonna shoot some of them. That's amazing. Okay, and the last thing I want to show off is the... oh, no, wait. Next thing I'm going to show off is this light thing. It is a magic weapon where it homes onto incoming targets. So let me show you. First, when you use it on its own, it's just going to fly like randomly, like that. But if there's a target nearby, assuming I can find one, so I'm going to use a night glow thing. It just homes onto him. That's so cool! And finally, a whip. And I think this is the strongest whip you can get at this moment, or this might be the last whip, I'm not sure. This is what I was looking for, because I plan on using it for... well, you'll see. And I looked it up, and there's like 2 more items. One's a sword, which is crazy, because apparently to get the sword, you need to fight the Empress of Light during the day. But the thing is, the Empress of Light will power up during the day, so that means I can't beat it. It's already hard on its own, but it's extra hard during daytime, so... ugh. And another one was, it changes how your cursor lurk. What's going on? Okay, you see what my cursor looks like, right? So obviously you can change its color and all that stuff, but it drops an item where you can change how the cursor looks. As in like it'll change like a rainbow, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want it, but I don't want to keep fighting it because, well, I ran out of butterflies or land swings or whatever. So this is what I have. I plan on using this, and I plan on using this and the wings. There was a lot of good drops from this boss, but man, is it crazy hard. Alright, and I'll put that away. Oh, and I also made the Terra Blade. This is made from the... What was that blade called? The sword that I made, I think it was called Knight's Edge. So I combined the Knight's Edge with the mechanical boss's souls to get the true Knight's Edge. Then I made a Excalibur, which is made from hollowed bars. Yeah, hollow bars. And then I combined the Excalibur with the Chlorophyte to make a true Excalibur. Then I combined the true Excalibur, true Knight's Edge, and a broken hero sword, which is dropped by Mothron, which spawns during the eclipse, and you get this thing. And despite how cool this is, I'm still calling melee the worst class. Oh, that's so cool. But I don't plan on using it. I just want to get it because it looks cool. Oh, wait a minute. So there's one more item that this can craft into, and it is Zenith. The strongest, probably the strongest weapon of all the entire game. It requires a copper sword, enchanted sword, beekeeper, star fury, seedler, horseman's blade, influx waver, star wrath, meow mirror, Terra Blade. So I got the Terra Blade. I think the meow mirror and the star wrath is dropped by the final boss. The influx waver I got is dropped by the UFO during the Martian invasion. The horseman's blade, that's pretty obvious, the pumpkin moon. Seedler, I got that from Plantera. The Star Fury is from Sky Island's chest. I don't know if I found one yet. Beekeeper is either dropped by the Queen Bee boss or you can craft it. The enchanted sword is something you can craft or find. I do have that. And a copper sword, which is what you start with in the game. But I already sold it, so I gotta make another one if I plan on making this thing. Sadly, this is a endgame weapon, because, you know, the Star Wrath and the Meow Mirror. So I'm not gonna be using it at all. But I just want to check it out, because... Actually, should I make it? I kind of want to see what it does. But... I'll think about it. I'll think about it. So yeah, this is the items I'll be sticking with. They're so cool. I gotta upgrade them, so. Alright, so next up will be the boss or mid-boss that is at the dungeon. And if you recall, when I went to the dungeon, there were a cult over there. That's what we're gonna fight.